that part of our mind is called our shadow self, the part of ourself that is controlled by the darker parts of our subconscious, our sadder memories, our more traumatic memories. So it's so important to get to know that part of ourselves so that we can really start to learn how that part of ourselves is starting to determine our decision making. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and spirit. I want to talk to you guys today about one of the harder parts of moving into your new life where you may find the most resistance. And that is in making new choices. Making new choices are such an important part of becoming the person that you want to be. But sometimes the choices that are necessary and the choices that need to be made are so far out of your comfort zone that when you think about the choices, you're just like, that's crazy, that's dumb, it's not gonna do anything, this is stupid. So before you do the work, before you actually look inside of yourself to find out who you are, making choices outside of your comfort zone may seem pointless. We're all in different places, we're all learning things about ourselves, and we're all trying to understand what we need to do to get to where we want to be. So the first thing I think that needs to be addressed when it comes to how we're making our choices is having an understanding that a lot of our decision making can come from trauma. Don't kill me, don't be mad, but it's true. A lot of times when we're younger, we can get in trouble for something, or we can be made fun of by a group of people for something. Something can happen when we're really young that can teach us that we have to act a certain way our entire lives. The shadow work of the spiritual journey is so important. You can't avoid it. You can't say positive vibes only all the time. You can't do it. I wish you could. But I don't know if you saw my Dark Night of the Soul video, but there are things that come along with this journey. We think spiritual journeys are all like happiness and fun and butterflies. No, no, friend. There are things that we all have inside our minds, and that part of our mind is called our shadow self, the part of ourself that is controlled by the darker parts of our subconscious, our sadder memories, our more traumatic memories. So it's so important to get to know that part of ourselves so that we can really start to learn how that part of ourselves is starting to determine our decision making. After learning about your shadow self and becoming more familiar with your shadow self, then you want to work on your faith in the universe. Having faith in the universe allows you to be able to make choices, even scary choices, and still feel grounded and to still feel supported. When you make a choice outside of your comfort zone, it can be so scary. And doing that, feeling like you're by yourself, feeling like if it goes wrong, every part of the fallout is on you. Feeling like that can be so heavy and so scary, and that's what stops a lot of people from doing anything new. So from having the understanding that you're never alone and that this universe is always with you and that this universe wants you to be happy can give you a lot more faith when it comes to doing things that you've never seen yourself doing. So as you start to understand why you're scared of making certain choices, as you start to learn to trust the universe to always be there for you and to support you as you learn to make new choices, your mind will start to expand. You will start to have new ideas. You will start to become excited about things that you've never been excited about, and that expansion is you moving in the direction of the person that you want to be, your final form, if you will. So the important thing to remember is that even though your mind is expanding and you get the urge to make new choices, there may still be resistance. There may never not be resistance. But because you're doing the work, that resistance can go from being this voice in your head with a bullhorn to just being this tiny little voice that's just like, hey, well, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe, do you really want to? I see you really want to. Okay, well, maybe we shouldn't. You know, like there's a difference. There's a huge difference. And one voice can be so loud and commanding and controlling, and the other voice can be so quiet and subdued and easy to say, shh, to. We want the latter. So there may still be resistance, but it's so important to understand that resistance is just a part of your brain trying to protect you, but that it does not make your choices for you. You can listen to the voice. You can reason and say, okay, I hear you. I see your side. I see what you're saying. But from there, you had the option to still make a choice. The reason why I'm spending so much time talking about the importance of understanding your shadow self so you know why you're making your choices and having a strong relationship with the universe is because I want you to get your manifestations quickly. So when you make a new choice, when you make a different choice, if you make the choice and the whole time you're anxious, the whole time you're like, what if this goes wrong? What if this happens? I don't need to be here. I shouldn't be here. I know I shouldn't have done this. You're not getting much from your new choice. But if you make a choice, that's different. And because you've worked on yourself and you worked on your relationship, you have confidence. When you make this new choice, your mind will be clear enough for you to truly experience what this new choice has brought you. And then there's more expansion. There's more expansion in the direction of the life that you want to have. Last week, I had a huge milestone. It was amazing. Let me back it up. I've had social anxiety my whole life. And I am a completely different person on YouTube and on Instagram than I am in real life. In real life with people, I have had a history of being very quiet. A lot of people have perceived me as being fake or stuck up because they see me one way on the computer and then they see me in real life and I don't really know what to talk about. I don't really know, all that stuff. So I was bullied a lot when I was younger and sad backstory, all that. And I've always been terrified of doing things by myself. I've always had to be in a relationship. I've always had to have a best friend so that I would have an accomplice when I want to, or not an accomplice, but someone to accompany me when I want to go out and do things, I needed that crutch. So last week, I went out and I had dinner by myself in a restaurant, and I went to a party afterwards by myself. The Dominique a year ago would never. Oh my gosh, she would get hives just talking about it. But last week I did it. Last week I went out and I ate by myself and I went to a party by myself. When I went out to eat, I made a point to not be on my phone because that's usually what I would do when I'm forced into situations where like it's social and I'm uncomfortable. I would just get on my phone and just scroll so I wouldn't have to like really acknowledge how I'm slowly crumbling on the inside. So I made it a point to not look at my phone, and I went out to eat and I stayed present the whole time. I really enjoyed my food. I listened to the sounds of all the people around me. It was so relaxing and it was so nice. And then when I went to this party, side note, you need to follow me on Instagram because I can't keep catching you guys up in the videos. My YouTube's for like education and then my life is on Instagram. So long story short, I am dipping a toe into the modeling world. And I went to this party and I met two photographers who are just amazeballs. This guy took two headshots of me, and I love them. And I am not working on my portfolio yet because I don't really know my style, but just the experience, since I've made this decision, my first modeling experience being with this guy who's like shot all of these really cool people, including Miss Megan the Stallion. Like, come on. All in all, I can just say that this experience made me a stronger version of who I am. That's really the point I'm trying to get to. The universe rewards you for making choices outside of your comfort zone. The universe will always reward you for making choices outside of your comfort zone, because you are strengthening the you that you are by making decisions that scare you. By trusting this universe and by trusting and understanding that there is only abundance, there is only wealth. There's only abundance and wealth, and those things are your birthright. Understanding that it is resistance that stops us from accessing these things is life-changing. Because an example of resistance would be me not going to that party because I didn't want to pull up by myself. And then I would have never met those people. We cannot get what we want. In my case, I cannot get what I want by sitting alone in my house and not talking to anyone. It's not possible. So I'm working on becoming a stronger version of myself and breaking down my social anxiety so that I can enjoy all these cool people, all these cool souls, all these cool events that are in the world. But it might be different for you. Whatever your resistance is may be different, but it's going to take choices outside of your comfort zone to break down that resistance and to understand the beauty of what's on the other side of that resistance. That's all I got. Whatever. That's all I got. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up so people know that it is valuable and that they should watch it. There's hair in my nose. Second of all, make sure that if you'd like me to expand on anything that I talked about in the video today, just let me know and I will expand down in the comments. And last but not least, please subscribe so that you're around for my next video, because I would love to see you. And I'd love for you to be there. I love you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. You make my life. And yeah, I'm just happy to be giving you guys this information. Like, you're everything. We're all everything. Life is wonderful. I'll talk to you guys later. You're the best. Okay, I gotta end this video. Bye.